Hello Aquarius, welcome back. My name is Rosa and I'm here to bring you a new reading this time. This one's going to be called What Spirit Wants You to Know. These are new reads that I am introducing here on the channel, and I'm looking at doing these like every other week unless I think of something else and want to introduce that too. But at this stage I will be looking at doing these every other week with the love reads. So I will be interchanging them just to mix it up a little bit and just to give you all a variety as well. Now, before we tune into this reading, or before you tune into this reading, I highly recommend, if you haven't already done so, early last week I uploaded a video explaining these new readings. So I do highly recommend to tap into that video first, because it will help to explain these reads and also to help you navigate these readings as well. And perhaps not just this reading here, but all of my readings here on my channel. So it will give you a little bit of insight into that. Aquarius, I hope you're well. I hope you've been looking after yourself during these uncertain times. I am thinking of everyone, and it really just does sadden me to see the greed and the fear in everyone at this time. Well, not everyone, but in some people out there. I mean, I've been navigating the shops, or I did yesterday, and I nearly just choked up with emotion to see how people are behaving. And it was really just too much for my energy body, to be honest. And I actually felt pain in my upper back as the day unfolded, and I just feel, because of what I do, I easily absorb other people's energy. So yeah, just a little share with you. I hope you're well. That's my main concern. I hope you're well. If you're new or returning, welcome everybody. Everyone's welcome here on my channel. I really do hope you enjoy this reading and the readings that I do, the work that I do. And be sure, guys, to subscribe to my channel so you can always be notified of when I do release a new reading. So that would be awesome if you could support me in that way. Of course, you don't have to. I'm also over on Instagram, guys, where I do offer a variety of separate readings over there. Feel free to check those out. I'm all about providing options for my viewers, for my subscribers. So yeah, I just like to give you guys variety and option. Now, all the details on how to connect with me and work with me will be in the drop down box. You will also find an extended link to this reading as well. So there's an option for you to come and join me in the second part of this reading if you so wish to do so. Okay, Aquarius, the first card that's popping out for you to begin your reading, to kick off your reading, is the comparison card. So Spirit wants you to know that if you're not currently doing this, you will face some kind of feeling where you will want to compare yourself with someone else or others in your life. So there's a bit of comparing going on. And you know that saying, maybe some of you don't, maybe some of you do, but comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. And I don't know who's saying that is, but there is a saying out there. And it really does take away from your joy and who you are. And, you know, like, don't do that. If you're finding yourself in a position where you're comparing yourself to someone else's life, Spirit is saying don't do that, because it will take away from you. It will take away from your joy if you do that. Everyone's life path is different. Okay, now some of you could be comparing yourself to the way you used to look, because I am getting looks here, you know, two horses looking, facing at each other. You could be comparing your beauty compared to someone else's beauty. You could be comparing your life to someone else's life. You could also be comparing your journey to someone else's journey. Now, what Spirit's saying here is, if you compare, like, if you're comparing your journey to someone else's journey, if you were to really see what the other person has had to endure in their life, you may rethink your comparison strategy or your decision to compare, right? You might rethink that, because we really don't know how much someone goes through or what they've had to endure to get to where they are. Okay, we really don't know what really goes on behind the scenes or what that person has had to deal with in their life. I guess, you know, they may, if you're comparing yourself to someone who's successful, like if you were to find out what they've had to go through, you would rethink that. Because not all is what it seems. Like, you might see that they're successful, but to see what they've had to go through is a different, you know, you will rethink your actions. You will rethink the decision to compare and to take away from where you're at. Everybody's journey is different. We're all unique. Aquarians are known. You're known for your unique self. You bring your uniqueness to the table. You bring your uniqueness to the collective. Okay? So why now in this sitch are you comparing? Spirit wants you to know that if this is not typically you or your style to compare yourself with another, I feel like in the upcoming days and week that you will be facing this dilemma. You might go, oh yeah, I never compare myself to anyone, you know, but I feel like you will be facing that. You will be doing that. Now, if it's not you, Spirit's saying it's definitely someone in your life. Maybe they're comparing themselves with you. Okay, there's a lot of comparison going on. It could be to do with the friendship. It could be to do with the partnership or relationship here. I do see these horses, one's lighter, one's darker. So it's like a positive and a negative here. There's a parallel or a polarity energy going on here. There's duality here. We could be speaking to, you know, masculine, feminine, male, female. You know, if you're a female watching this, you can't compare yourself to the male in your life. We all are different. We all have different attributes. You know, males can't be females and females can't be males. It's just how it is. Hang a second, guys. I'm just going to shut the front door. It's starting to rain here and I've just hung the washing out. So perfect timing for me. I just had to shut that front door because I didn't want all the rain to come into my home. Now I'm really drawn to this feather up here. I feel like this feather is some kind of guide. There's a guide around you. There's an angel or a guide around you, protecting you, watching over you, possibly sending you signs and signals at this time. So be on the lookout. You may even, Spirit's saying here, you may even come across a feather. And if you do come across this feather, it will be a sign from your angels and your guides. We each have our own angels and spirit team. So I do see for some of you, you coming across some kind of a sign from your spirit team. Okay. Now, if this message is speaking to you, remember this might not speak to you right now, but in the upcoming days and week, it may make more sense. If you happen to come across this feather and this reading is resonating for you, that feather will be a reminder to stop comparing yourself to others, or stop comparing your life to someone else's life, or stop comparing your past to your current situation, or stop comparing the way you used to look to the way you look now, or stop comparing your success to the success you have now. It's something of that nature. It'll just be a reminder. Okay, so let's just draw some extra messages here and see what else we can extract. Wow, we're already, are you serious? Are we already 10 minutes in just from the comparison card? Wow. Whew. All right. Spirit, angels and guides, what extra messages do you have for our aqua babies? I'm going to have to zoom this out, guys, so we can get the full scope of these cards. Yeah, there's that duality with the Two of Wands. Bless me. Sorry, guys. I'm a loud sneezer. I just have to get it out. There's that comparison. You're comparing your life to others. You are wishing your life was like someone else's. There may be someone, you may know someone overseas. I'm getting overseas here. You may be comparing your life to someone who lives overseas, or there may be someone traveling overseas and you're wishing that you were overseas, or perhaps you were overseas or is overseas and someone's wishing that they were in your position, or something like that. I do see travel here though, like the world, travel. But I do see here, you're holding this wand and you are wishing you were doing something else, or you were with someone else, or that you have someone else's life. Because see, you've got, this is your life here. This wand here is your life, but you're wanting something else. And it stems from this comparison. Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles speaks to life. It speaks to business. It speaks to work. It speaks to success. There could be, it also speaks to lifestyle. Okay, you're comparing your lifestyle with someone else's lifestyle. I see it here in the cards, but remember, not everything is as it seems in this card. Okay, there might be someone in your life that's living it up. They may be quite successful. They're achieving their goals at this time. They have the financial resources. But underneath all of that glitz and that glamour, are they truly, truly happy? Because, you know, money doesn't really make us happy. It gives us opportunity, but it doesn't really make us happy. And I feel like the people in this card, they're taking it for granted. Okay, yes, they live a comfortable life, but it's not to say that they're happy, because they've had to make sacrifices as well. And it's like what I said earlier. If you were to really know what they've had to go through to get this, you would rethink this. Okay? So you're thinking about things. You're thinking about this. You're thinking and wishing that you had more than what you already do. I don't feel like you're currently satisfied with what you've got in your life. You want more. You want the Ten of Pentacles. You don't want the Seven of Pentacles. You want the ultimate success. So there's a lack of self-worth coming in here. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This is someone who really wants to live it up. She really wants to live life to the brim, to the fullest. She wants to splurge. You may be overspending at this time. You're overspending. You're spending more than what you're making because you wished that you could, like, the ideal for you is to have that extravagant lifestyle. And I feel like you're overspending to feel like you have this amazing lifestyle. But you need to rethink where you're placing your pennies. You need to rethink this through. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse is a woman who doesn't feel good enough. And I feel like you don't feel good enough because of some influential people around you. They're making you question things. Yeah, they're making you question things. But I am seeing this, with this card here, you wanting to overspend. So just watch what you're spending your money on. Are these items necessary? Are you purchasing these items to make yourself feel better about yourself? Because you know, if you are, that's only a temporary fix. Because you'll always be chasing that feeling of, oh, I've got to buy that item because it'll make me feel good about myself. Oh, I'm going to splurge on that item because I really deserve this at this time. But, you know, that's not all the be all and end all to everything as well. So I guess the message here is to not compare your life to others. And look at what you've already got in your life and be grateful. Be grateful for that. I'm not saying that you're not grateful, but just to remember to come back to a place of thankfulness and gratitude. And then when you do that, you will feel abundant. You will be happy with what you have in your environment, because someone who is grateful and thankful will bring more of that abundant energy into their current life. And when you're feeling gratitude, you can't feel fear at the same time. Like, they can't exist together. Gratitude will always outweigh the fear. And that fear is being evoked by comparing yourself to other people's lifestyle choices and how they're living and what they're wearing. Look at what they've got. You know, this Nine of Pentacles, the woman in this card, she's got everything. She's got a beautiful home. She wears beautiful clothes. Okay? She's got an amazing job. She's really built herself up. But like I said, in this card, not all seems as it is. Okay, now this could be a friend. This Nine of Pentacles could be someone in your life, you know, who's appearing like they've got everything, but deep down inside they don't feel good enough. So there we have it, Aquarius. If you enjoyed this reading, feel free to hit the thumbs button and leave your comments below. And for the rest of you, I will see you in the second part of this reading. Bye, guys.